Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video ever. I have been wanting to record and have my own YouTube channel for the past 2 years or over 2 years, but couldn't quite decide what I wanted to do until now. I wanted to lean over on my crafting because I have my little small business and I like crafting. And then also I was wanting to do, my husband and I do our own house renovations or anything. So I wanted to take y'all through our journey, the before, throughout the process, and the after. But then finally now I have decided that I really want to do the cash envelope stuffing. This is my third time around trying to do this, and hopefully creating this YouTube channel with on the cash stuffing or envelope stuffing. It's gonna hold me accountable. That's what I am hoping for. And today I am not gonna stuff anything. I'm gonna go to the bank tomorrow and I'm gonna withdraw the cash. But I just wanted to give y'all an idea of how I do how my process is. Don't feel stressed and don't get overwhelmed on how somebody else does it or your favorite YouTuber, how they do it. You do you, and you do what makes it easier for you. For example, my husband and I only take out the cash that we're going to use for our sinking funds and for our cash envelopes that go in my daily binder. Everything else stays in the account, in the bank account for bills. Now, let me start with showing you the binder that goes with me everywhere that I have inside my purse. This is for daily use envelopes. So in here I have groceries. Oh, and to begin with, you're gonna see that I have different kind of envelopes, and that's because I made my own envelopes. I eventually do want to get an envelope for Etsy orders or things like that to support other small businesses as well. But at the moment, I'm doing my own envelopes until I'm at a place where I can do that. So this is for my groceries. This is for whenever we go out to eat on the weekend or during the week. If we don't have time to cook, we go ahead. If there's money in there, then we go out to eat. If there's no money, then we don't. We just have to figure it out. And even if it's just rice and beans and flour tortillas, and that's what we're gonna eat. It hasn't come down to that, but just an example. That's what I told my kids. House supplies. This is for my cleaning supplies. I tend to when I go buy cleaning supplies, I tend to buy a lot. I love buying cleaning supplies, and I think this puts a little stop to me whenever I go. I don't know why. Sometimes I come back with $60 worth of cleaning supplies, and I don't even need all those, but this has helped me. Gas. Clothing. This is, for example, if my daughter calls me that tomorrow, it's plaid day or a black shirt or something at school and it's at the last minute, then on my way to work, on my way home from work, I can stop at a store and buy whatever she needs. This is for school. This is for if they need any school supplies throughout the school year, if for yearbook, lunch money, anything like that, anything that has to do with school. This is where it comes from. My son wanted to go to they had a Christmas dance or something. That's where the money came from. Family fun. This is for our fun Fridays when we do board games or anything that we have. Even if we go out to the movies, this is where it's gonna come from. Medical. This is for a doctor visit or even for medicine. If my daughter tells me that her throat is hurting and I know I don't have no cough drops or any medicine for cough or throat, itchy throat, then I will stop at the store after work and get this. I do have a full-time job. This is my envelope. On my envelope, this is my allowance for the week. And this is if I want a coffee before I go to work, this is where it's going to come from. I'm not going to use any of the other envelopes. It's not going to come out of my groceries or my eating out or anything like that. That is my treat of a coffee that I want to buy instead of making it at home or getting it from work. This is my son's envelope and my daughter's cash envelope. Now, of course, I have a miscellaneous because you never know, an unexpected expense comes up at the last minute, and this is where I'm going to get it from. If I do not have an envelope for it or I was not expecting it, it's going to come from here. Now, this is the one that goes in my purse and I carry at all times. Now, this is more of like a sinking fun one. I also do these challenges, and in future videos, I will show you the different challenges and trackers that I have. But just for today, I'm just going to go over the envelopes. So this is a $5 challenge, $10 challenge, 26-week challenge. Since I get paid bi-weekly, then this is whenever we put money into this 26-week envelope. My husband gets paid every week, but I get paid bi-weekly. College for my kids. Emergency funds. This is for emergencies. I want to try and get where I just have for emergency at least $4,000 in there for any emergency, for a flat tire, a broken windshield, anything. Even if it's an emergency that we have to go out of town and I was not expecting those expenses, it's going to come from my emergency fund. A new car. On this one, I don't stress about putting money. If I can only put $1 or $5, I'll do it. If I can't put anything, then I don't worry or stress about it because I really don't need a new car, but I am looking forward to budgeting for that. A new house. Our goal is in a year and a half or two to buy a new house, and I really do want to put a pretty good down payment on it. So that's what this is for. Tattoos. My husband and I are budgeting for tattoos. I have several that I've been wanting to get, but I don't save for it. I just want to go get them done. So maybe if I do budget, then I will make the time to go get me more tattoos. And then my son has a challenge trackers. He has been asking me to save money for him for certain things that he wants to buy. So this is his envelope beside his daily that I have in my wallet. This is a savings tracker, almost a sinking fund one for him. This is my final one that I have. On this binder right here, I have things that it's not of a sinking fund like this. This one I'll tend to go more into. For this one, I have my husband's envelope. This is where I get money for his birthday, for Valentine's, Father's Day. I don't want him to go into the bank account and figure out what I got him for any of those events. So I have a cash envelope for him so he can be surprised. And then I have birthdays. This is for birthday parties whenever we're going to go to any party. Also, if someone decides to have a party or birthday celebration at a restaurant and we all go out to eat at that restaurant, this is where we're going to pay for the money for that food. It's not going to come out of our going to out money. It's going to come from birthday money. And then for camping, we go in the summers. We like to go camping. So I also budget for camp. Car maintenance. This one right here is for the oil change, for anything that has to do with our vehicles. We have 2 vehicles, and you know, things just come up. If something breaks down, oil change, whatever, it's gonna come from here. Glasses. I don't tend to put much money in here because my daughter is the only one that really, you know, we end up buying glasses for her. Her prescription kind of stays the same, but here and there it'll fluctuate. So at least I budget for that. Now, I also wear glasses, but for me, it's more, I end up getting from this envelope if I want new glasses, because for me, it's for protection. So my glasses that I have at this moment, I've had them for 5 years, and I don't really worry about it. House reno. We have decided that we are not going to do any house renovations unless we have the money for it, and this is where it comes from. I tend to want to remodel and redo everything at my house at one time, one project after another, and it's really kind of hurt our bank account. So we have decided that we're not gonna continue with the house renovation, anything, until we have enough money for that. A quinceañera. My daughter has a quinceañera in April. And this envelope right here is for her centerpieces. I'm doing her centerpieces. So this is where the money's coming from. Or anything else that has to do with decor or that I'm going to be working on, this is where it's going to come from. Now, my paycheck for my full-time job goes to one of our banks. We have, at this moment now, we went down to 3. We had 4, but one of the banks, this is the 3rd time that they've changed the name, and I felt uncomfortable, so we went and closed it. Plus, I really go and put money in there on the weekends, and at this moment, that bank was not open on the weekends, so it was not even working for us at all, period. And fees, no. Anyways, so my paycheck goes to one of the banks, to a credit union, and only $250 goes to the one where we pay bills. Everything else goes straight to that, and that account is what we're using for everything else for her quinceañera. Once the quinceañera is over in April, my husband and I will sit down and we will discuss what is it that we want to do with the money that's in there. I still want to keep doing that where my full check goes in that account. This is my pet funds. We have 2 dogs, and for food, this is where it's going to come from. Any medicine that they need, their vet visits, this is where the money's going to come from. Also for sports, my son right now at the moment is doing basketball. So if he needs anything for basketball, the money's going to come from here. Also, registration money came from here as well. My daughter in school is doing track. So if she wants money to stop and eat after one of the games, then this is where I'm going to get the money from. I'm not going to have her get it from her allowance. Vacation. So this envelope is for vacation when we want to go somewhere. We start saving. Now, I want to do another one for Disney because this is our yearly vacation that we plan. We can decide to go to 2-3 different places. It doesn't matter. But the Disney's going to be specifically for Disney. I haven't started that yet, but that's in the future. Very near future. Eyebrows. I've been asking my husband for about 3-4 years already that I want my eyebrows microbladed, and he has given me money twice for it, but something always happens. Or like, for example, this past Christmas, I decided that we can use that money for more expensive gifts or give more gifts to our kids. And it's a way that I feel guilty that my husband is getting all that money from his check. So maybe if I do save it slowly, I'm not going to feel as guilty, and I will finally go get my eyebrows microbladed. For Christmas gifts, this is our envelope for Christmas gifts. Also, going back to one of the challenges, the $5 and $10, I do use one of those for the Christmas, those challenges towards the Christmas gifts, and then the rest goes to the debt. Date night. So this is for my husband and I when we go out, or even whenever we go hang out with friends and it's just both of us, this is where the money's going to come from. Now, if you can tell, I started making these envelopes from scrapbook paper, and I really like them. I have tons of scrapbook paper that I went and bought because I was going to make all the envelopes like that, but I just decided to hold off a little bit, and I just have them there. Now here, this is my first envelope that I did when I first started doing this a few years ago. This right now, this was used to be my envelope, my personal envelope. See how it has that? Now I use it for my business. I have a little small business, and when I do anything with craft and I sell, half of it goes back into the business for anything that I need, and then I pay myself with the other half. Now, this is just a little introduction of how I'm going to be doing things in my channel. It's going to be a low income because there'll be days or there'll be weeks where you're just going to see that I'm only going to stuff maybe $10, maybe $13. And I tell myself not to feel disappointed or upset that it's only that, that it's that low. But I do keep everything in the account for bills. I also budget that. In other videos, I will show y'all how my process on that is on bills. But also, the reason why I have tried this method three times on and off is because my husband does not like this method, but this method works for me. My husband is more of he likes to have the money in the bank account, and he likes to see what we have. Now, myself, what I do is I see money in the bank account and I just swipe my debit card and go have fun and spend money and think that we have all this money until it's time to pay the bills. And I got tired of that. So if my husband is curious, because he won't go through my purse to see how much I have or what I have, then he can get this binder. He knows where I keep this binder. And he can go to this purple tab, and on this one I have all my the trackers too. Each envelope has one on the back as well, but this is for him to see. I add, subtract. For example, the birthday only has $20 right now, and that's fine. I just end up putting, this is just for the month of October, and look at all the activity. We really had a lot going on in the month of October. I have all these. I have camping. I need to clean it up and start fresh for 2022. But this is just an example of everything. And I write down where I went, what I did. For example, the groceries, if I went to H-E-B, I'll write H-E-B and deduct that amount. These are all the cash envelopes that I have. That way, whenever I'm sitting down and filling out my spreadsheet, figuring out my bills, and I'm sitting down, I can look at this and see what envelopes I have and not just sit there with a blank and take longer not knowing all my envelopes. Now, this is something that I will go over later on, but for today, I just wanted to give you an idea of what kind of envelopes I have. And hopefully you do like my channel and you subscribe and follow and turn on your bell notification so you would be notified whenever I upload another video. Thank you for your time and thank you for watching. Again, my name is Nancy and I am from Texas. Hello. And I will see you next time. Bye.